Hello, once again to another episode of this Let's Play. I guess I will just continue where I left off because the recording was earlier today. It was not like a couple of minutes ago or like yesterday or other day. It was just literally a couple of hours ago that I finished the last recording. But I have a very interesting set of things that I've managed to accomplish since the last episode, because I have actually played it for a couple of hours because I have actually spare time today. It's Sunday where I live, so that's great because I have to get to work tomorrow since it's gonna be again Monday. Oh, God, I feel like Garfield, but I hate Mondays, you know? But you can see that I've actually managed to further our progression a little bit. There, I've planted a couple of trees here and there. This is a spot where I've just planted these like dark oaks. Regular oaks are over there, and that's about it. I've also set up this whole sort of enchanting station, so to speak. Even though I think I've said previously that I'm not gonna be doing that because I wanted to get one of those like buildings and already set up and then build it inside there. But the thing is, no, I think I just needed this. Honestly, I really do, because I need it so I could further myself in the progress section, right? And here we go. So I went mining. As you can see, before we were like level 8 or something, I think, and that was abysmal. So I went straight for a couple of hours on the ground. I've sort of began that mine that we got going on previously. Yeah, I also built like a little pathway. So this is how it's gonna look like in the end, maybe just so with some additional detailing. But look at that. This is how it's gonna like turn out most of the times. This like mineshaft entrance, this is where it ends. But I thought, like, I need a workspace. I need a storage space for all the rocks that I'm just gonna be building here, or just mining here. So I just went in. I've gathered a couple of materials. This is just the only thing that I have right now. Most of the other materials I just brought back up, and I basically just went around in this like crazy cavern system that is below here, and gathered as much like ore and as many materials that I could, so that I get the levels like the most. So like the most of anything. The levels were the main thing that I wanted to go for. So I got like 37. I smelted a lot, and I mean a lot of copper that I found. It was actually pretty interesting. I'm sad that I didn't record it, but I decided that it would not be as fun as I imagine it to be, since I don't really have the equipment for it right now. Whenever I'm OP, I could do like a Q&A or something inside that, or just talk about some sort of a topic, basically, that I set for myself ahead of the episode, maybe. And yeah, right now I think it's better this way, that I just show on camera whatever I want to do, like the terraforming. And in this episode, I actually kind of want to do some building, hopefully. But let's just see where we end. For that purpose only, I'm just smelting a couple stone, because it's just, again, I don't have the necessary equipment. If I had the silk touch, then it might have been a different story. But let's see what we can do with the 37 levels, shall we? I've specifically made this so that I could... Oh, this Fortune 2, is that good? I don't think it is. Unbreaking 3 might be good. Feather Falling 4 is definitely something that I want to go for. So let's just start with the boots. I wanted to leave it for the recording, since this is kind of like one of the things that I kind of enjoy, this like element of randomness. Whatever you get, right? Blast protection for feather falling for boots. Okay. Also learned the enchanter, which is an indication that I've really not enchanted anything before. That's unbreaking 3. Yeah, sure. Punch. I don't want that. Protection 3. That's bad. Fire protection 3. That's even worse. And how about a book then? Why can't I do that? Ooh, infinity on that. I guess I'm gonna go for the infinity because the bow with infinity is actually a very solid, I think. But most of all, out of all these things that I want is an efficiency like pickaxe. So let's just go for it, and we get the unbreaking. So no fortune, unfortunately, but this is gonna be a solid working pick for us to get started. I really don't want to be making like again like a bajillion of these iron pickaxes because I just go through them so quickly. I think this is just gonna help us a ton. We have 28 levels. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get any more out of anything here, but I would really kind of want to have breaking 3 bow might be cool as well. I don't think I can get enough levels out of this. Maybe when I smelt the stone. So let's just wait for a while. Let us finish. And first of all, I'm just gonna leave these boots inside of here. This is gonna be just like for the time being. I'm just gonna leave it here because ideally I would just like to get like a perfect pair of boots before I wear them. Perfect meaning that it gets the fair falling, it gets the protection variant, which in this case is the blast protection, but also the unbreaking. That unbreaking is the most important part because otherwise I'll just be like going for diamonds all together all the time. Let me just get a sip of my tea. Lovely black tea with honey. And I guess just leave the rest of the stuff here for some other time. Yeah, let's just do that. I will get that pick. I will bring it with me, but first of all, I might just get the other pick done, or maybe no. I might just. You know, I might just leave it here if for one reason or another I just die. Maybe I need to get back to somewhere. Okay, so with the stone I was not able to get quite enough levels, which is kind of sad, and I don't really know what else to smelt or what to kill. Yeah, by the way, that kind of brings me to one of the things that I wanted to tell you. During the caving part, I've managed to find like 2 pretty interesting things. First of all, the whole cavern system below this whole like mining thing has led me to an amazing like crevice in the earth. But that crevice not only is really cool in itself, it goes basically almost to the deepest of levels, but it also is connected to the ocean, and it creates an amazing kind of a waterfall which is basically just like right over here. I can show you. And I think if we do this sort of like a settlement in this area, this part of an area, I don't really know how huge we're gonna be making it. I think this whole like crevice, once again, look how far it goes with the mountain with the mushrooms. It feels kind of weird, right? But it looks kind of cool. There's like rests of the water generation from, I guess, that ocean biome, maybe. But it goes just pretty deep. Like it looks honestly really awesome. I didn't even oh shoot, I didn't even see this part yet. Yeah. I think this could be like an excavation area for sure. Like imagine like archaeologists dig sites or like something similar to that, maybe with a couple of cranes, a couple of like shacks or tents for the archaeologists, like I don't know, excavation points or something. I don't really know the proper terminology for these things. But yeah, I guess this could just stay here, and we could make the waterfall like, as I said, a feature somewhere in here. It would look kind of cool, but that is not all of it. If we just jump down and to the like most bottom area, there is in fact a spawner, and that is the only time I've ever seen mobs, even in the caves, and that was the skeletons from the spawner. It appears that for some reason I've always believed that whenever you go underground, the biome changes accordingly to the caves, right? It always says like some sort of a cave or something, I believe, but here on the Mushroom Island, it actually, if you look at the biome in the upper left corner, it just says the Mushroom Fields still, which means that this sort of like a caving session that I did off screen was actually pretty boring because nothing really happened. I don't know, I didn't like fall in lava, I didn't get ambushed by creepers, I didn't really die. That's how I was actually able to get a lot of these levels, because there were no mobs, which makes it quite substantially more easy. And here we go. I just made this like a quick little staircase just to get down. We are, as I said, basically in the crevice that just goes all the way up there. Look how cool it is. I think it looks actually pretty cool. Looks mighty fine. But yeah, I think now that I just went and shown you this, I think I might just go and kill a couple of these skeletons, since I not only need the XP, I just really want to do one more enchantment. Yeah, there we go. Spawns right away, since there is nothing really that could spawn otherwise. That's awesome. I also want bones, because as you could see with the moss everywhere, hunting bows. One of these skeletons also dropped the well, so I think I got lucky. I could get one of I feel like a pink shell. I went from 3 skeletons, which actually proves that I'm not really good at the game. Sorry to say, I guess. So let's see how we fare. There we go. There we go. This was quite better. And all I need is about like 80% of the level to be able to enchant one other thing. Then I'm just gonna light it up again, and we will be off. So this might be a project for later. I really think that I should make some sort of a grinder out of this, because if I ever need to AFK, or I could AFK, I mean, not that I need to per se. Oh, there we go. No, these guys almost killed each other. That was nice. If I ever needed AFK, it would be good to, for instance, like, I guess, grow crops and also get these drops from these skeletons. Fully armored one. Kind of interesting as well. Because, you know, the bones and also the arrows could be useful for some sort of like a gathering thing. Oh, wait a minute. Should not be here, right? Maybe that prevented its spawns with the new lighting system and spawning system. Come on, let's just get into it. I just want you to spawn me a couple. Don't really have any blocks. Great. I reflected it back in its forehead. That was kind of cool. Oh, come on, man. Stupid skeletons. I'll also, whenever I'm terraforming this or making it into the mob spawner, I am looking forward to gathering mossy cobblestone as well, since you know, I've described this whole like feeling for the mossy cobblestone from the previous versions of Minecraft, from like the beta versions and such, where it was a pretty rare material to get. Now there's a lot of them. Kind of cool. Oh yeah, sure, dude. Just help yourselves, dude. Ah, there we go. And I also get the cap. That's nice. I don't know why I brought the Infinity Book with me. That's sort of like unnecessary, but it actually just shows me that I kind of want to go and maybe... Oh, whoa. What the hell is that? It's like a three-way here. I kind of like the fact that they actually kill each other, and I'm just like a bystander who just covers himself as a shield. These dudes are just gonna kill themselves. I know that much. There we go, and we got a bow as well. So yeah, 3 durability. That's an amazing thing. Look, for like, even though without like the looting 3 on as an enchantment on an iron sword, we've been for a couple of minutes just farming these dudes, and they've been mostly like killing each other. And I already got so many materials, like half a stack of arrows for just this quick while. That means it's kind of cool, and it's also really efficient, so I really like it. Yeah, I think I should probably enchant a helmet, because there's a potential for us to get a good one with unbreaking as well. And honestly, being surrounded by water everywhere, aqua affinity might be as like needed as well, since there are a lot of these like ruins everywhere, and I did not loot many of them. And if I had the aqua affinity, plus I could like utilize a couple of those water breathing potions that I've gathered from the shipwrecks, I think we could get some pretty cool loot as well. So that'd be some sort of like an adventurous kind of thing. Ah, there we go, dudes. Of course, the enchanted one goes straight up front. Bam. Okay, dude. I'm just gonna go with the level 31, and I'm just gonna head back up, and I'll show you what I have in mind. And we will, in fact, probably build one of the first buildings on camera together. And after I show you, well, like one of these, did they actually kill each other? And I did not get any XP for that. It might be. I'm actually thinking that I might just go into creative mode for a brief moment, and there I could just whip up some sort of like design thing on camera, and then we could like together build it in this version survival. Or maybe I could do it a little bit differently. We could go into creative. I could bring you with me, and this is about... that should be enough, right? I'm level 31. So I think I'm gonna do that, actually. Oh, shoot. What's happening? Oh, come on. This happens from time to time. I don't really know why that is. Oh, shoot. I thought it was the lag, because what occurs in this world, or in this version altogether, is that it crashes a lot of times for me. And a lot of the times it just does it whenever my CPU gets like 100% usage. With OBS recording and a Minecraft being played, mostly while generating new terrain, it just crashes. And it feels kind of weird, because I then have to cut, and you know, it gives me more work whilst editing on all these videos. But that's okay. I mean, sometimes, but however, it just does this really weird thing. Whenever it just crashes, it sort of like rolls time back. So you do something, you place blocks, you, I don't know, break your axe at one point whilst playing, right? But you play, like, I don't know, build a hill or flatten the terrain, and the game crashes. It puts you backwards to the point where your axe is still working. It has some durability left, but the blocks that you've placed, they are in fact still there. So it's almost like like a little bit of a cheaty way. Just add that here. That was the last piece. We got that. It's almost like a cheaty way how to manipulate, I want to say, the game to give you your resources slash time back, because the blocks that you've placed are still in your inventory as well. So not only does it like repair your equipment, it gives you back the durability, but it also like acknowledges the fact that since it's been rolled back and you've had the specific amount of resources, you will still get those resources even though you've like crafted things with it, and you have built some terrain with it or structures with it or whatever. The structures and the crafted things will still be there whilst you get like twice as many resources back, which is kind of weird. This is kind of cool. It happened to me twice already in this world, and I think I might show you sometime whenever it happens in game and whilst recording. So let me just go. And I said I kind of wanted to get the helmet, right? It's got the unbreaking, which is fine for me. And yeah, that was not good. That was not good at all. Yeah, so okay, that didn't go quite as planned, and kind of wanted to get a couple of pieces of good armor for us to be able to do something today, so that I feel a little bit more confident. But I guess we don't need it. So let me just hop in a bat for a brief moment. Have a sip of the tea, or two, or three. I really like the black tea with honey. That's like one of the best, honestly. Hashtag change my mind. And I think I'm just gonna go and try to show you kind of the concept that I want to build here, right? So let me just cut and let's pop into creative mode and try something in there. Right, we will be building some sort of a house over here, so I kind of want to make it so that the walls of the structure would just complement themselves with the wall over here, because I'm definitely planning on like changing the walls so they don't look this like browny, dirty, but more like stone, moss stone, maybe something else, or I might just leave it like that, but like implement more granite and other like brownish blocks over there. But the stone is more accessible, and I think for the settlement it might be a little bit better. So yeah, I need to figure out a structure that would just I guess have at least like the stony slash cobblestony slash mossy cobblestony like base, and then that it would go to probably like other materials. I guess thinking normal regular stone and andesite and things like that. Just honestly the basics, right? And as I said, I kind of want to make it into the like Lord of the Rings also style with the hobbit holes and such. But yeah. Let us figure out that in the creative mode, just like that. And we're back. So welcome here to my long time used, let's say, a creative world. Don't mind the other things that I have here. they have been a part, or they are still a part of something different, a little bit of a different project of mine. But I have already come and prepared like the first couple of blocks that we're just gonna be needing. So I'll just basically imitate what I've discussed before, right? So I was saying that I kind of want to go for like let's say a crumbled look for, I guess, the walls, you could say, right? So if I just went and did something like this, which would just mimic one of the walls that we have already, and I would just add a couple of these blocks, I guess, here and there, that would just make it a little bit more interesting. And I don't know, maybe we could implement one of the moss blocks as well, but I'm not just gonna bother with that. So this is gonna be some sort of like I guess a prototype. Let's call it that. Let's call it a prototype. Let's call it a prototype, since it's literally what it is. And I will just show you what I have in mind while doing this, right? So this, I guess we could just leave it at that. Like this, I think this is how the wall should look like texture-wise. Also, I am thinking about adding, of course, additional shrubbery in here. Maybe 1 or 2 blocks of leaves and such, and maybe even the moss block for like specific areas like this or this, maybe that as well, so it could just look something like this, right? Maybe like that. We could make it a little bit more greenish. Here the color of the leaves is going to be a little bit different, right? So don't pay any mind to that, but let me just see how that looks. Yeah, something like that, but with more greenish leaves. And right now, as we have it, we have the mycelium at this point, which will not be there, let's say at like this level over here, right? So just imagine that this wall is the one that goes that faces the beach or the pier that we're gonna have. This is gonna have something like this on top, and I can imagine just like continuing this just like something like that, maybe, and making like a structure like this. And the question is, for me, I cannot really replicate this specifically in there. I've just created this sort of like a almost like a diagonal 30 you know, the what am I call it? What third? What's it called? Really, it's not a percentage. It's a degree. A degree. It's like a 30-degree angle, right? And I think this might work on a specific kind of place, but I guess that I imagine something a little bit different. So I might not just do only this, but I feel like that most of the wall there is more like circular. So let's say I will just make something like this in there, which could be potentially just the exact amount of blocks that we need. This is like a semicircle that I can envision. Yeah, so this is almost like a circle kind of thing. I mean, it's not to the full extent, right? But the wall would just, I guess, continue like throughout here. I would make just like more differentiations in here. Maybe just, I don't know, again, one of these, one of those. Then I would just add more of these layers so that, say, the ground would crumbled and we would just texture it. Sure, kind of makes a lot of sense to me now. And maybe I shouldn't flooring here because it's not really necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Normally I think I would just have like a wooden floor or stony floor inside of there, so maybe just adding the mycelium doesn't really help anything at this point, but you know, for the integrity of the thing. And I would just like go and do something about it. I know I've said that I want to kind of go for this whole like hobbity feeling, which doesn't really it just doesn't really suit this kind of style. This is like my normal, yes, go-to let's build a castle style or like a tower thing. But where and this is basically it's not only a tutorial for us to create a certain kind of world, but it's also a way of me showing you how I normally do things, right? So if you ever wanted to build a tower or like thing along those lines, I don't know, which is hot, then this would be potentially exactly for you. Or maybe like a Lonely Knights outpost, something. That would just like make sense to me anyway. Let's do that all around it. Much space inside as possible, and yes, right. This creating inside of the building. Like this, it just, right? So like this much. Two. About that height. Yeah, let's maybe just here as well. I think we're onto something here. And slowly but surely, we are getting into the point where we're able to finish piece with a roof. Or just side one. Least amount of blocks as possible. And yeah. And that be one of the towers. This is like a stem. It almost looks like a stem of a mushroom, which it's like a leg of a mushroom, I mean. It doesn't look half bad, I don't think. I might just go ahead and do this. And it also like depends on what kind of details you just add to it to give it that like sort of a spark, you know? But this is like the basic thing that I could envision. And now comes the question. Do I want to go with like a more fantasy style, as I said, with I guess making like the head of a mushroom, so making this exactly like a huge mushroom, or do I want to go for like a wooden kind of thing, which I'm honestly thinking more towards that than anything. So I'll just grab a couple woods. Definitely I do not have the spruce wood just yet, so I should not be using it. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of a challenge doing that, but I do have acacia wood, which I kind of want to be using for the roofs. So that might be cool. Instead of the spruce, I have options to go for this, which is awesome as well. These two variants should in itself be enough. And now comes the question: how do we want to go for it? I don't really want to go for it and make it as literally too bulky, but I normally go and do something along these lines. The thing is, this in itself does not really look like anything stupendous, right? So, thinking we would just go around with these blocks over here, maybe even the logs without the old sides. That might make more sense. It just gives a little bit to this, right? And maybe, just maybe, it'd be better to be two inside. Maybe I'll just do two blocks. How about that? I kind of want to look a certain way. Feels like this. Let's just do, I guess, this. That will leave us with like a 3x3 area, which is honestly not as much for detailing. It's like one of the least amounts of blocks that you, or like the least amounts of altogether blocks that you can get for making some sort of a interior with thing. Yeah. This, and you know, this in itself looks weird. I know, but if we add this instance, it's like a different variation. It's like pop up a little more. I think this could be cool. 8, and of course we're missing one crucial thing, and that is spell. That it looks normal, I guess. It's nothing like spectacular or anything. But I'm thinking this. It stand out a little bit more. Let's round it up a little bit. Sure. I might just go for the normal planks here instead of this block. And sort of like figure a way to add this like orangey color. I guess since this tower is honestly really small, I don't that much. This in itself, I think what we're trying to do is make a shape right now, right? And from that shape, we can do whatever we like. Of course, I would like to do something a little bit better than that, I'm seeing. Because as of like that, it just feels a bit. So, I would just go back to the drawing board with this one. And maybe add a bit more bulk here. Right. Let's add this just all over here. Let's go a little bit crazy with this, okay? Just imagine this is a painting and you really don't know what to do with some sort of a part of the painting that you think you messed up, right? But the kind of cool thing about paintings is that it doesn't really matter most of the times, because if you like paint with I don't know, like oil paints, it's awesome because whenever it just dries up, I'm speaking from experience because I do paint a lot these days. I know that it doesn't really matter because you can just paint all like over it, right? So that kind of makes it interesting for us to get it up with some. Go further out, I think might look a little bit different, a little bit better. Simply because we can do stuff like this now. That would just give additional detail to the, and honestly just makes this area pop out way more than it. And yeah, definitely needs a bigger roof, that's for sure. So all this sadly has to go, even though it was I whipped it up in just like half a minute. I will do this real quick, and I will also get rid of these cider blocks because, oh, maybe not. Just so I get an idea what to do with it. Now the question comes, do I want to go straight for that, or do I want to go like with a rim around it? I think I kind of want to go with a rim around it, and I think I know exactly what I want to do with that, and that goes back to stone bricks or smooth stone. And now, what should we do? Oh, that's kind of interesting. The smooth stone is too bright for me, I think. You know, I always say, if you don't really know what to do, just, you know, go grab yourself a cup of tea and have a sip or two. And maybe the ideas just start flowing on their own. So let me just try that. Yeah, that works. Sort of thinking that these might be a little bit too. And since we can get more of these things, how about we just get more interesting this way? Right. Same thing over here. See how it looks? Huh? Thought I missed there. Okay. For some reason, I'm getting an Asian vibe from this. It's not really something that I want per se. So I'll just go around, maybe grab one of those stair blocks here and try this. How are we looking now? A little bit better. You just be maybe. Oops. That. What would happen if we did this? The sides, shall we? I think that's kind of cool. By the way, also there are many different things that you could do with like blocks like these, right? So if you don't know what to do and you kind of want a piece of additional detailing, why not just go for this, right? Let's just see how it looks around. Yeah, and I think we're getting there. Again, slowly but surely, we are getting. This feels like it's exactly what. It will require a lot of wood just for this one tower alone. I know that. But there's nothing really that we can do about that. Also toying with an idea of doing this. That. Maybe like extending this bit over and this, and same thing over here. These kinds of blocks. Again, just like adding to whatever we had previously, right? just tweaking it up a little bit. I know this is gonna be a little. um. It's definitely interesting. I mean, sure, right? Why not? Let's try it out now. Do it on all the sides, because for me sometimes it just needs to be shown on all the sides to really like pop up, and for the sort of like magic it does, I think it's sorry. I was not like please, but you know what I mean. Kind of bugs me though, however, is this that this whole like strip every now and then is gonna look a little bit weird, which honestly is visible even. Now this one is interesting because it looks the same from both sides. I don't know, man. Just add these blocks. These thing. Oh, sure. Alright, let's just up. Sure. Sure. And I think we have a winner. I'm sort of thinking that I might need a very tall tower for this to work, though. I'll just prolong it a little bit, but you know, I think might just work. So now I can just get rid of these if I want to. Now comes the real question with the roof, right? As I was saying, I think I might need a different kind of block. Is this different enough for me to work? Well, that's $1 million question, right? This is like the tedious part of this. Let me just try the stone bricks, as I was saying, and maybe also the stone bricks for details. Now the question is, how do I want to go? I think that's solid enough. And to continue the route, this. 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 That. This. Couple blocks here and there, and yeah. Oh, it's something else out. Right now, I need to get a bit steeper. Yes. This. It definitely looks to me that it could work in a style of a hobbit hole because of this like color variation of the dark oak and the normal oak but stripped. These like two colors really do complement each other greatly, and I think they work for the aesthetic of having some sort of like a hobbit house as well. So I'm thinking that I need to once again see it in full blue screen. So let me just add these little things. Oh, how's it gonna look if we do that? Maybe it's gonna look a bit weird, which sometimes is the case, but most of the times it works. Thankfully. What's that? This. Now, I guess we don't really need to worry about like mob spawning or like mob proofing, since they don't really spawn here anyway. Is there a wall that would just go well with this? No. This one or no, actually this one. That's the best one. This, which means that I would have to find red sandstone as well for that one block health. But look at that. I mean, that looks kind of nice. I think I'm gonna stick with it, honestly. And now comes the question: what do you want to do with this? There's also always this option, just to mix it up a little bit. Ring over. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Works pretty well, I might add. And I would need to remove all these blocks, which is of course something we can do since we've put all those like little slabs on top of those blocks. And oops, and yeah, I will do that. How about we did this? No. I don't think it work like that. I this. This. Funny thing is that I'm just like making these details here in creative mode because I don't really want to do this in the normal version of survival Minecraft, because it would just take so much additional unnecessary time, right? And you know what? I think I got it. Like, kind of makes it way easier to project something. Right. With this, it also feels quite interesting from down below, where we're just gonna be like looking from most of the time. We will see that. We can also, I don't know, add like, I don't know, windows here, 2 windows there. I always do this sort of a trick, which involves dark oak fences, just adding them inside those, and that creates this whole like feeling have window covers on, you can just close, right? These ones look like chocolate bars, but since I don't really have the spruce wood yet, not much sweet, right? But this would look way better, I think. Yeah, something like that. And it doesn't really have to be everywhere. Only on some, or like only on like a couple of those parts here and there. And what we can do just to, as I said, create this sort of like a differentiation in blocks, because there are these like different orientational logs put in place. I think we could just add a couple of these to add the texture for it. Just this, it's basically just the same thing as we will be doing here. We would just be making this lower, only the lower section, just here and there, adding cobblestone blocks just to make it feel crumbled down a bit, Right. Quick. Sort of making it in an organic way. I have to think about it, how it would work, how all the cracks like appear on one of these blocks structures. See? Yeah. Cool. So this works. Let's say something at least like that, plus also still at the bottom here, or these, especially there where you have all the leaves. That kind of makes sense because it would just give the idea of it being mossed up. Also, seen a lot of people just the idea of just implementing the whole moss blocks in there, which also could work, right? I don't really know if I want to do that yet because it's still visible from the inside. But if you have a way of hiding it from the inside, I definitely encourage you to do so. Like, what I mean is, I don't know, this here, this there, so let's create the, say, like a feeling that it's like that much mossed up that it's create like a last layer. All right, this is just like to show it up a bit, not necessarily use it in a final product. Plus, also, if you want to go real ham on it, you can use the andesite, as I said, which is again a different variation stone. It's easily accessible. You can get andesite everywhere, so bother using it or not using it because you can get it everywhere. It's like this there, adding a to go. Especially it's stone blocks, right? Oops. For some reason, in this world, I'm getting, maybe it's not only in this world, but I'm getting these lag spikes that sometimes just act as, like, double clicks, just like that, for instance. And when it does, it might be, whenever it updates lighting, I think. When it does, it sometimes just adds to blood. Yeah, this is about it. Main base of the whole thing. These bits, well, how far you want to take it, but definitely far as well. Where though, sparsely. Also, if you want to go hanging here, points, right? This is gonna be it. I think when push comes to shove, it's gonna be really cool, and I'm really enjoying the shape of this. And I guess this is kind of like the style of the building that I want to add into that area that oversees the pier, maybe. And also, I'm just gonna think about like additional structures which I want to go for. I guess like guard posts, maybe some sort of way through there. And for that, I think I will need to go around all the terraces that we have in our world, and add this sort of like layer of mossed up cobblestone crumbled wall for me to be able to see it basically a little bit better myself, to know where stuff goes. And imagine that, now that there would be like a wall around here, maybe, say. So this would just leave us with this space all around here. And this little corner could be used to additional detailing. I don't know, a wheelbarrow, sort of a barrel stack, maybe even if we wanted to make some sort of like a tent area with like a stool and table around, where some sort of a guy from this tower or somewhere else from the streets could just sell their products if it was a part of a marketplace. The ideas just come together whenever you put it in place in your world specifically, because this is one of those like I guess this is gonna one of those like trial and error approaches, which actually does stuff for me the most. I guess there are people who just plan everything before they even start building, so they just plan out. People just tend to plan out whole districts of builds, thinking about like, yeah, this part is gonna be about this huge because I kind of want to have this part, as I said, like a military district, like a marketplace or something. According to that, they just distinguish the buildings from one another, or just make like a preset of 2-3 stalls buildings. They would just like copy around, which is completely fine. But from my point of view, the best projects that I've ever created were the ones where I didn't use any like extensions of Minecraft, like World Edit or whatever, and did everything by hand and not really copied anything from one another. Just using the same kind of style, same kind of like set of rules. Just blocks coming like one block from the base, or maybe just like adding this sort of like incline in one block, and not building on this layer but one layer behind it. And, these sort of like specific rules with materials, what you use, or things like that, it kind of make for basically whatever style you go for the immersion, right? So yeah, this is kind of basically one of the towers, one of the styles I think I'm gonna make. And I maybe try and see if I can come up with one of those like hobbit holes as well. And I'm gonna try to build it in a survival. So let me just see you there with the finished product, and I will try and build it as fast as I can, since it's already like 10:30. I have to get up early for work tomorrow, so yay. Okay, see you around. And we're back, and it's been about like 2 hours since I've tried it in that creative mode. However, I have to admit that it has helped tremendously, because look at that. We have that tower right over here in our survival Minecraft. I mean, by any stretch of imagination, is it done quite yet? Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be bad because oh shoot, no. Nope. Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Okay, so this was not planned at all. Okay, I'm just doing weird stuff right now. Let's just catch him again. Come on. I just wanted to reveal a project that I spent a ton of time doing. Did you just leave me be, dudes? Yeah, that one. Oh. And you know what? You don't get to live. Oh, I'm getting a little bit frustrated right now. Come on. However, crisis averted. Let's get back to what I was about to show you. So, this is the tower. I think it makes sense to be here, so to speak, right? I think it works just fine. I've also created this little like I don't know, like an overhang, like a little roof over this. And yeah, it's not really done as I said before. I just managed to do this like little first floor and ladder on top, but nothing else really. Created this little ladder while I was building it, so I was like all the time falling down again and again, and it was kind of bad. So I got this little floor, which is basically like a lookout tower. I'm sort of thinking that I might just add this one, or like add more of the windows on the other sides as well. At this point, there's just this side that has the windows, but yeah, needs to get the roof done and of the interior as well. However, I don't really know what to do with the interiors so far. Yet, what I'm gonna do. One thing was, one thing I thought I would do would be the like sort of like an enchanting tower, so to speak. But I guess it would fit over here somewhere, but that wouldn't really leave any sort of room for the ladder or stairs upwards to the upper floors. So I don't think we're gonna be doing that. I'm also thinking that I might just get the fence gates to get in the middle here, so there is only one like out over here. Plus, I also created the doors, which I'm gonna add right over right now. Maybe gonna be just for one of the right. No, it's not gonna be even for one. So that means I need wood enough, and let me make the gates. Why doesn't it want to make me gates? Now make me gates. Okay, now make 2 of the gates. Thank you. There we go. Right, so I have the doors. I do this. And yep, the finishing touches. And king make this right over here because I'm still missing the stairs. But I'm gonna put up stairs here and there, both sides, just to the whole feeling of it. But I think this looks kind of neat. It looks definitely interesting, to say the least. And it's the first building that we managed to create, and I really like it. It's gonna be like a majestic tower that I'll be able to see even from like the distance whenever I just go for like a boat walk or adventuring or something. I'll be able to get that vista because so far the only like point that I always had to focus on was the green bamboo, the sugar cane. But now we have a tower. I mean, it's nothing special really, but it's a beginning of the series. So I know. There's a lot to be done still. I have to add the leaves. I have to add the moss whenever I farm it, and also create more of the mossy stone to generate in there. Plus, add more of the detail with the stairs and slabs on top of it. So there's a lot of things. But as I said, I've been working on this little like one tower for over 2 hours, and it's over midnight right now, and I'm just a bit tired, and I need to go to sleep so I can wake up early to work. So yeah, this is gonna be it. I think we got our first project done, and it's sort of getting along. You can see what I've envisioned, so to speak, here. Walls with um, areas around the buildings, maybe even like more buildings here and there. Just however we feel like it, right? So yeah, I'm gonna think about this a little bit more depth, let's say, and I will in fact continue doing what I just been doing. Just like, I don't know, as you can see, I've spent like 7 stacks of just regular cobblestone that I've mined throughout this building of this cave entrance or the mine entrance. And I just basically covered whatever I had before of the terrain with the cobblestone layers, so that anything any like that mycelium or dirt wouldn't just show. And look how cozy it's starting to be. And imagine this also being textured with the mossy cobblestone and also the leaves. Everything's gonna just be awesome. It's great. I'm really looking forward. So, yeah. Apart from this mishap that I've had just now, of course, whenever I just hit the record button, these things start happening. That's that's like basically normal by my standards. On count. And yeah, I'm running low on food, so I'm just gonna probably tomorrow go for a bit of hunting here, as you know, to avenge the cows for being rude to me. Like kill all their families. No, a lot of them just for. And I need to get the wheat field going as well to breed the cows more, because all the resources that I've gathered from the shipwrecks, so from the adventures, are gone already. And you know, I don't have almost anything. So there's a checklist to be for resources to farm, and I just need to tell myself which ones are the ones that first. First of all, I think I should make the moss farm, but for moss farm, I need bone meal plus pistons plus things like that. Plus, I need a space to put it in. And you know, for the bones, I need for that farm, I need to get the mob grinder plus grind a lot of bones in there. That just takes a lot of time. So step by step, we will get there. But it's a ton of work, I'll tell you. It's nothing like playing in a creative and just building adventures for people or maps. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is the end as the sun goes down behind our little tower that we created, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. So see you around and take care.